Hello, artists, and welcome back to another week of art. I am Miss Marilyn, and I am ready to tell you all about what we are going to do today. So, last week when we had art together, we talked about this new word here, community. Do you remember what community means? Let's review some of the pictures we looked at last time.
Last week, we talked about how a community is a group of people. Sometimes they live in the same place, maybe they go to the same park or the same school, and when they work together, amazing things can happen.
So, to learn more about community, we focused last week on one specific animal. That animal is yellow and black. It has wings and it can buzz around and maybe even sting you. Ah! What animal is it? If you said a bee, you are totally correct. And in fact, you guys made some amazing bee puppets and also drawings. Let's have a look.
Here are just a few amazing examples of the bees that our ECC art community made last week.
Wow, I love looking at all of those bees. Even though we're making bees at home and not in the ECC art room, we can still see that we are still part of an amazing community. You are part of many communities. One community is your homeroom, and another community is the art room. Let's take a look at what the art room looks like in the ECC.
Welcome to your art room. Maybe you've been here before and maybe you remember it. We have tables, we have a rainbow carpet, we have all sorts of fun places and fun things for kids to make art.
Wow, I miss the art room. One really cool thing about art is that you can make it all by yourself, and you can also make art with your friends, your family, with an entire art community. And in fact, that's what we do in the ECC. Every year, all of the ECC art students make one big art project together. It's called the Art Fair, and it's super cool. Let's take a look at some art fair pictures. You might even remember them.
For last year's art fair, all the kids in the ECC worked together to take Chispita, our ECC turtle, to the beach. This was an amazing community art project because we all had to work together. Oh, hi, Squawker. That's our parrot. And it was super fun to work together on our art fair.
Another year, we made a dream house that you can go inside. We worked as a community to make lots and lots and lots of dots for this magical art fair experience.
Here's our dream house. And when you go inside, it's filled with dots and our rainbow carpet again and stars hanging from the ceiling. All the ECC art community really worked hard to make our amazing dream house.
And another year, we made the Emerald City from The Wizard of Oz, complete with amazing, enormous rainbows that we made in groups as an art community.
For this year's art fair, you walk down the yellow brick road to get to Emerald City. It was full of rainbows, and we had to work in teams to make these rainbows. Here are some of my friends working on the yellow part. Here's the red and orange part of the rainbow, and the blue and purple part. They worked in teams. This was definitely a community art project. We were really happy. Wow, look at all the colorful materials we used. And we worked as a community to finish these awesome rainbow collages. Wow!
This was such a fun community art project. Today, you are going to get to make your very own rainbow inspired by these awesome community rainbows. I'll show you how. So to make your rainbow today, you are going to need a piece of cardboard. I like using cardboard because it's nice and thick. So if I want to add paint or glue, it's going to be really strong. And oftentimes I have cardboard around my house so we can reuse something. If you don't have cardboard, that's okay. Just grab a piece of paper. I like a big size for this project, but you do not have to do a big size like me. So here I already drew the shape of my rainbow, and my next step is to cut it out.
Don't forget that you will need a grown-up to help you cut the cardboard.
Yay, my rainbow is all cut out in the right rainbow shape. Next, I'm gonna add color. You might want to paint your rainbow like me, or you might be more interested in doing markers or crayons. You are the artist. It's totally your call, however you wanna add color. Ooh la la, my painting is finished. Now I just have to wait for it to dry before I go on to the next step. So now my paint is dry, and maybe I like it like this, and I don't want to add any decoration. That's fine, you are the artist. But if you're like me, you want to keep adding decoration. So you have some choices. If you have tissue paper, decorated paper, plain paper, you can use that and cut it into little pieces. Or you could use, if you have some sort of beads, googly eyes, little scraps and stars and things like that with some glue, that also works too. I like using paper and I like using the fun decoration, so I'm going to do both. For today's project, you are going to match the colors. So here I have a pink bead. So for today's project, that is going to go in the pink area of the rainbow. Also, if you have pieces of paper that you want to add, I recommend cutting off smaller pieces, maybe little squares or little rectangles that you can glue on. That was super fun, and I love how my rainbow turned out. But it needs to dry, so I'm gonna lay it flat.
Don't forget, the best artists in the world always clean up and put their materials away as soon as they finish.
Please share your beautiful rainbows with me on Google Classroom. I'll see you soon, amazing artists. Goodbye.